Are you serious? I can't believe they didn't spell my name right.
What president? You're not that right your name.
No, here. They couldn't keep. I don't know what they do.
Me, I'm a paralegal.
They didn't put my name wrong.
It took 3 months to get in.
But you're still not incorrect.
No.
They put it right on the tag.
Here. Because I know Garrett has it on theirs and they sold it out. I think we're going on. Let me go look back there.
That will go down, right? Oh, yeah. All the football people.
Frank! Oh my God! Frank!
I tell everyone, there's my friend right there. There's my friend. I tell them all how great a lady you are.
Thank you. She's just kind of happy.
Yeah.
She asked me to ride, so
You're the best. I tell everyone to vote for you. I'm telling you. Oh, I love you. I always will. Railroad people are always together. And my kids sitting on your lap and you let them blow the horn. You can't speak. No one in the world can be better than you are. That was the greatest thing that happened.
No,
Thank
I
you so
always
much.
loved when you were working. I always was like so annoyed.
Oh, I love things. How is,
Sal?
yeah.
Good, but he's not coming. He's shy. I gotta do this myself. I don't want to. But, yeah, he doesn't really.
Right. Did you retire?
He left, yeah,
Oh, yeah, he got annoyed, right?
Yeah. So he left.
Kyle said, Kyle, my son Kyle.
Yeah, wasn't Kyle on my last day?
Yeah,
I think Kyle worked with me on my last day.
Yeah.
When I walked out.
My son.
Yes, I
Sure.
love Kyle. Is he still liking the job?
He loved you too, because he sat on your
Oh
lap.
my gosh, and
Years
then he grew
before
up, and then he grew
Yeah.
up. That's what confused me.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Kyle worked with me on my very last day, because I have a picture of all of us, and I forget who else.
I've always loved you.
Aw, that's how we felt about you.
We always
It was a very good party, yeah. Oh, we were so glad. You were so kind.
Elizabeth, and I love
I
the
was
name
such not a-
Elizabeth, because I never knew how to even say it.
Oh my
And
God.
I thought it was one of the best names ever. I love you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
Whether you win or whatever,
No, it doesn't
you're one
matter.
of the best people I've ever met.
Oh my God. Thank
You
you.
really are. I have 4 million people who I think are the best people, and you're one of them.
Thank you, Frank. That's good. Oh. That's the sweetest thing. You know it's live. No. That's what I said. He is a.
Get on the board, he's gonna have to get over that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Hi. Good. Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. I'll stand. It's very sweet.
Good luck.
Thank you. I guess so. Are you running for the board?
Yes,
I guess you are.
I'm Martin.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm Elsa.
Oh, Elsa, okay.
Yeah, choose. I just sat here, but I could sit anywhere.
I don't know, we're supposed to sit up here.
I think you have to sit up here.
Oh, you have to sit up here.
So yeah, choose wherever you'd like to sit. I just came a little early to relax because I'm so nervous.
I think that we go alphabetical.
Oh, really?
My last name, I think.
Oh.
I think. I could be wrong.
I don't mind sit. Should I sit here or? Well, there's only 3. I think there's only 3.
There is. I'm Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. Elsa.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi. Martin Sutherland.
Oh, I saw one of you in the hallway.
Yes, yes.
Barbara, are we alphabetical by last name?
I'll sit over here.
Alphabetical by last name, right?
I'll sit here. Hello? Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. So it's not by last name? Okay. Who goes first then? Where do you want?
So, Elspeth, Donna,
Okay.
All right, so you'll do first that end? Okay.
you want me to, yeah, okay. Barbara McCready,
Sure.
Martin Sutherland.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Pat Egon, the election chairperson.
Oh, okay.
Pat Egon,
Barbara McCready.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Who's the chair?
I think you know what, he's just put an extra one.
For me, so do I have to stand?
Okay, and there's a good mic over there too. Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Here's what I have. I'm going to go up and say, welcome Greenbriar residents, candidate night, I'm the committee chairperson, I'll be your moderator, Barbara Savino, co-chair, and our timekeeper. She's done this for several years. We have the gong there for the time. We'll begin with the flag salute and minute silence. We'll review the procedures for tonight's event. Friendly conversation, use conversational tone. We have a disagreement of what is said. We have question and answer period at the end. The questions, they have, well, each, I'll go into that. So that's just one of them. So we're going to keep everything friendly. So I'll open each candidate and you will have 5 minutes to introduce Barbara this time. Okay, and respectfully, when she hits the gong, finish your sentence, and that's what we're going to do. So you each have 5 minutes. I will open the floor to questions to the public, and they will come up to this podium. Okay, and questions are of a broad nature. Not what will you do with, whatever. And each candidate will have a time of 2-minute response. And then Barbara is timing that, and she'll hit the gong. And respectfully, this person can go back to the end of the line and ask another question if they feel like they're respectful. We are going to keep the time limit. And they allow for a time 2-minute rebuttal. So I'm not sure who, unless the person who's the question wants to make a statement. One person may ask one question. If they want to ask another question, they go back to the beginning. I look forward to a friendly candidate night. I wait for Greenbriar to get to know the residents, their candidates, voting, walk-in voting. We're going to make an announcement, and it's 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Walk-in or mail-in?
What?
Walk-in or mail-in? Oh, you said walk-in, I'm sorry.
Well, they can either walk
Okay,
or mail,
gotcha.
Mail in. The voting will be on February 3rd. They mail it. So please come in on voting day, vote for person, candidates, Ilsa.
It's fine. Yeah.
Ilsa.
Yes, or just Ilsa. Just Ilsa. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Ilsa, Gianna, McCready, Martin Sutherland. Okay?
Okay.
Right, and then, so when the question's asked, we all answer the same question, and starting with her, then me, then him, and then the next person is me, him, her. Is that how we do it? Or is it
I think
always
that's
started?
what she said, yeah. Like 1, 2, 3.
They can't direct questions directly to one person.
Right, but is the order going to change?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
still
no.
go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I think that would be more orderly.
You got it.
Otherwise, it's going to get
Okay.
confusing. And you want people to see very orderly,
Surely.
election. That's my goal.
And then, do you notify you as, you notify us whether we've been elected or not? How do we know if we've been elected to the board?
Yeah, we were here till midnight last time.
I tally the votes, from ask questions, we'll tally the votes, and we'll see who won the most votes, however the board decides their position. I don't have any control over that.
So who notifies us that we won?
Probably the current board president.
Oh, okay.
It's not my job, I was just the election.
Yes, okay.
Where's the
They said it was on.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think these are live yet.
Because he was here, he put them all on and we did check.
No, it's not on. It's not on, I don't know.
Check. Mine is. I know it was a little clicky. Did put that here.
Okay. No worries.
How do we switch these on?
They should be on. All I'm saying is he did the check.
Not.
Check.
Maybe it is. No, you're on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. That's this one.
Okay, we're just about ready as soon as everybody's seated. All right, the people that are coming in, if you just get seated. There are extra chairs. The other room, you can bring a chair in with you if you need. Okay, while we're getting settled in the back, I'd like to introduce myself. Patricia Gagon. I'm a resident of Greenbriar since July of 2020. I am your election committee chairperson. I will be moderator of the election candidates night tonight. Barbara Savino is our timekeeper and our co-chairperson for the election committee. So let us begin with the flag salute. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll now have a moment of silence. Okay, thank you. Before I introduce our candidates, we'll review the procedure of tonight's event. Each candidate will have 5 minutes to introduce themselves. After each candidate has introduced themselves, I will open the floor to questions from the public. And we would like questions to be in a conversational tone, a moderate tone. They are of a broad nature. A question cannot be directed to one candidate. Okay, you can ask a general question. Each candidate will have a timed 2-minute response to the question. allowing for a timed 2-minute rebuttal. One person, when they come up to the podium, may ask one question. If that person wants to ask another question, they kindly go to the end of the line, wait their turn, and they may ask another question. So I look forward to a friendly candidate night and a way for Greenbriar to get to know their candidates. I just have a quick announcement. Voting will be on, in-person voting will be on Monday, February 3rd from 10 in the morning until 7 at night. If you are voting by mail or wish to bring your ballot in, that ends, early voting ends at 5 o'clock tomorrow on Friday. If possible, please come to the clubhouse and vote in person on Monday, February 3rd. Okay, let's welcome our candidates, Ilsa, Gianna, Barbara McCready, and Martin Sutherland. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth, would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Ilsa Gianna. I lived here with my husband since September of 2017. After I finished a lengthy career, 30 years, as a locomotive engineer for New Jersey Transit, a job I absolutely adored. And I adored it because, one, I had such responsibility. I love being on time, and I love taking, and they say between 8 and 9 million people over 30 years from their first, where they get on, to their final destination, safely and smoothly. Thank you for that, New Jersey Transit. I'm so grateful. I left July of 2017, and the first house that we looked at, we bought, and that was 49 Central Boulevard. Adored the house. But the interesting thing, on the 15th, which was closing day, my mother died. So after I came home, I did what I normally do, don't deal with grief, and I jumped into Kohl's and Christmas and almost 2 years at Starbucks. Then one day in 2019, my daughter says, "Hey, Mom, why don't we go into business together?" And I said, okay. So we opened an event space, a film studio, a dance studio. We did weddings, quinceañeras, bar mitzvahs. Red Bank Catholic came. We had fashion shows. And we also filmed commercials there, and also a couple of pilots, which one is still working for Netflix. We did everything. And the same thing was important to me for all my jobs, is that when people came up those 22 stairs to the second floor, I wanted them to feel welcome, to feel safe, to feel loved, and to feel like my family. And it meant the world to me that they trusted us with their one very special day that hopefully they'll remember forever. So finally, after our 5-year lease, the landlord repurposed and we left. And I said, okay, I'm ready to retire now. So I say in December, I walk up to this clubhouse, and I think it's an English word, gob-smacked, like, oh my, whatever, this is crazy. It's so beautiful here. And I walked into the exercise room, it's so clean. And then I signed up for dance classes, lectures. I showed up on New Year's Eve, and I thought, oh my goodness gracious. Today there's an epidemic of depression and loneliness. And all I felt was, what you give to me, I want to give back to everybody. And I'm hoping just to continue what Greenbriar does. There's a quote from It's a Wonderful Life, a lot of quotes, but one that I love. No man is a failure who has friends. So my feeling is, let's keep this up, because we've lived this long. Yes, a lot of joy, but yes, a lot of loss. So we can be there for each other, even if we have to call some of our lovely neighbors who don't get out. I would just like to continue that, and I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Barbara McCready. I'm sorry, what?
Just wait 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Barb. I'm sorry, Barb.
Hi,
That's okay.
go.
Go. Okay. Hi, my name is Barbara McCready. My husband and I moved here about 1.5 years ago and absolutely love it. I currently work for 38 orthopedic surgeons doing all their IMEs and need for treat exams, in charge of all their deposits and probably daily cash between $250,000 and $500,000 a day. I am a past Exalta ruler for Manasquan Lodge number 2534, which is basically being the CEO of a $1.2 million organization. I was also the New Jersey Elk State Special Needs Chairperson and the Southeast District Special Needs Person and a member of the Manasquan Elks, a proud member of the Manasquan Elks since 2007. I am a past president, past secretary, past treasurer of the Seagirt Spring Lake Junior Women's Club, and past treasurer for Manasquan Pop Warner. I'm also EMT trained and a past member of the Manasquan First Aid Squad. Moving to Greenbriar has brought my husband and I much joy making new friends in our next phase of life. I believe my skills as a past volunteer and knowledge and experience, I can be an asset to the Greenbriar board and the community. Hopefully you all read my resume in the Greenbriar Times if you got yours already. I would like to add that I think the current board has already made some positive changes to be more open and transparent. And that is one of the things I was hoping for when I ran in the fall of 2024. I look forward to continuing to make those positive and great changes and make awesome things happen here in Greenbriar. Thank you.
Martin Sutherland.
By profession, I'm a landscape architect and horticulturalist. I've got degrees in both designated things in England. I've got City and Guild certificates in house restoration and I'm sorry. I'm very nervous. It's a long time since I've spoke. But I think from the point of view of landscaping, I came over here in 1972 to take over a 100-acre estate in Westchester County in New York. The people interviewed me. I was working for the National Trust in Scotland at Culzean Castle. I don't know whether any of you have ever been there. But General Eisenhower used to have a suite there, a permanent suite there. Wow. So I used to be in charge of 14 gardeners. And one day I was pruning, I was showing them how to prune azalea bushes. And these people came up and asked me what we were doing. So I told them what I was doing. And they came later on, they came back and asked me, was I interested in coming to America? This was in 1972. So I came over here to work for an 18-month contract with them. They had a big estate up in Westchester County, New York. And they had formal gardens. And it was a 100-acre estate with a lot of fields, woods, and everything. So I took over that. I had 7 gardeners work for me. And I moved into Greenbriar in 2007. And I've been living here since then. And I used to have my own business in Connecticut that I used to employ 46 people doing all sorts of things, mainly landscaping. But the Connecticut refused to allow me to design architecture for beds and everything, because I didn't have a degree over here. So I had to employ a landscape architect and show him what to do, how I'd like the plans to be done over here. And I came down here to New Jersey from Connecticut to convert a two-bedroom home into a one-bedroom home. And then I started working at Greenbriar. After I finished that job, I started here at Greenbriar, and I worked in the maintenance department from 2007 till 2014, I think it was. I'm responsible for a lot of the landscaping that you did around the place here and around the pool area, and a lot of the entrance things. I did most of the plantings down there, and I just think that the landscaping in this place here is a disaster. Mainly when you drive up the boulevard, I can never understand why they don't put bulbs under the trees up here. They could have beautiful daffodils, they could have crocuses and all sorts of things. Because I think it's just, everybody drives in and out of here, and I think, as I say, it looks so bare, and now I see they've taken a lot of the plants out of the entrance way that I put in either side of it, and now that they've got, they don't put mulch on the plants. Am I done?
Yes, thank you. Thank
Sorry.
you. Okay, for that interesting talk. Thank you. Okay, the floor is open to questions from the public. If anybody would like to come up, questions again will be of a broad nature. Each candidate will give a timed 2-minute response, so the podium is open.
Hi guys. I'll be the first trustee in Greenbriar history to ever answer a question on candidates night. For the panel, during the last election, propaganda targeting same-sex couples was distributed by a group of candidates. If voted in as a trustee, how would you make every member of this community feel safe and included?
Well, because I was bullied in school, and actually I left school because of it. And my daughter is married to Kira, and I love her, so I gained another daughter. My stepdaughter is also married to, they both work for the railroad, married Melissa. And my feeling about human beings is that we are the same. We're the same. This insanity of separating us is so cruel because life is so tiny that if we can't extend ourselves and do things together, I never think, the most important thing is love. I know it's cliche, but love whomever you love. If you're able to have love and you have love in return, what more is there? I mean, really, right? Yeah, me too, yeah. Because I love you and hopefully you love me.
I agree with that too. I don't think anyone should be bullied or belittled for who they are, what they are, you know, the color of their skin, anything. I walk a lot through Greenbriar, and I always say hello to everybody, no matter who it is, and if they don't say hello back, they don't say hello back. But I am forthcoming and always say hello, wave in the car if we're going by and somebody else is walking. I want people to feel welcome when they're here, so.
I don't know. I think the question was how we're going to make this better for people to live in. I think the point of view, the street lights in Greenbriar are not adequate. First of all, they should get brighter street lights in this place here, because if you're walking around at night, you could walk and turn around and trip and fall on these streets in here. I think, other words, everybody, as everybody looks after the neighbor, etc., I get involved in my little court with neighbors, etc., and bringing the bins in, etc., from the garbage disposal. And but as I say, I think really we've got to have better street lights in this place here. It will make a big, big difference in the difference. So people could go around at night, at least walking in the dark, you know, which some people do to walk the dogs at night. So as I say, I think better street lights.
Can I ask, please, that only one person at a time speak? If the candidates are speaking, it's really kind of rude to have your own private conversations while they're speaking. Thank you.
Okay, Barbara, are we having the time 2-minute rebuttal?
Anybody else?
Wish
No
to.
other-
Hi. What have any of you done in participating in the Greenbriar? Any clubs, participating in parties? What have you done to be involved in the community?
Do I go again?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, that's what I love. I think I already said that. Every day if there's a dance class, there was even tap briefly on Thursdays. But I throw myself into the exercise. I'm not a snob about exercise. Any exercise is good. So definitely that. And I'm looking forward to cafe nights. I'm looking forward the lectures and the Kiwanis. New Year's Eve was a blast. And I just am so happy because I'm not alone. And that's, I almost feel that I want to sign up for everything because I feel like I have friends and it's such a good feeling.
I have not actually been to anything here at the clubhouse. I have been to the pool, met many lovely people at the pool. I am the person, and I don't know if you know or not, that takes all the pictures at the lake of the waterfowl and every animal that you can imagine in here. I would like to get more involved with coming to different events, but at this time, until I retire, which is coming up very soon, it makes it difficult for me to attend other things here at the clubhouse, but I fully intend to get more involved in the clubhouse.
Okay. Martin?
I've never been really much involved in the Greenbriar, but I used to come, I used to be a member of the Kiwanis Club, and I used to come to the pool parties and everything here. But then I remarried about 10 years ago. I married a girl from Ghana, West Africa, and she's 33 years younger than me. So I've got to try and keep up with her. So I'm sorry that I don't get involved in a lot of the things here. But I'm just trying to train her as to the American way of life. So I have to apologize that I don't get involved much.
Okay. Okay, any next question, please. Okay, would anybody like to come up?
At the previous candidates' night, you made a comment, Barbara, about our rules in Greenbriar. One of the reasons why you want to run for the board. To all three candidates, tell us your opinion of our HOA and rules with your experience. Thank you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat what you said? It was hard to hear what you were saying.
All right.
Just one
I
second.
apologize.
One moment. The questions are directed to all three members of the panel.
Yes.
So if you phrase
Yeah.
your question that way, please.
Rephrase it.
And introduce yourself, yeah.
Oh, John McCulloch, 24 Whitman.
Okay, all right.
Oh, to all three candidates, this is an HOA, as all other adult communities are. We have rules. In your opinion, with your experience here, do you believe our rules are fair, and in general speak about how they should be enforced?
Elspeth?
Okay. I know we have rules. We take out our garbage and we bring them back. We put our car, and I understand the reasons, and I'm for it. I think it keeps the place looks great, and that means a lot. And I also know so ambulances can come in and out. So it always feels good for me. I'm a rule follower. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to work for New Jersey Transit if you're not. And rules should always lead to safety, number one. So the other rules, I have to get more familiar perhaps with other rules. I was here, I think you said something about the pickleball, and I think everything should be nice for all of us to use. Yeah, I don't, wow, I'm not a complainer. Right now, I think I see so much that's good in Greenbriar, but you know, I guess at these meetings, when you come, like on the workshop meetings on Monday, which I've come to a couple, people can voice your opinion and we can discuss them and vote on them, and that is a true democracy, so I love that. Thank you.
I've read all the rules. I read the rules and signed off on them when we first moved in. Some rules are made to be changed, and I think the board is doing some changing, which is good. I mean, everybody changes. The influx of people in here are changing on a monthly basis. So I think to look at them and review them and, you know, broaden them maybe would be my way of thinking along the rules.
The rules and regulations, I think, should be given to people before they buy a house in here.
They are.
They are.
That's changed. That's been
I never received any.
Well, that was then.
Because of the words, I notice in the newspaper or the monthly magazine that I read from front to back every month, that there's a lot of people would like to make changes in here, and they can't make changes. In other words, your part of your rules and regulations is that you buy the house as is in here. You can do whatever you want to the inside of the house, but as far as I know, you can't plant trees, etc., outside the house. You can do only 8 foot of landscaping in the front of the house, but you can't build decks on the back of your house and things like that. But I think this is what a lot of people come into here, and they want to turn around and change the whole way the house is.
That's mine.
Not me.
No, but I think a lot of people are under the impression that when they buy the house in here, they can do whatever they want with it. So the point is, you should turn around and instead of handing rules and regulations to the people, they should turn around and be asked questions about it. That they shouldn't just buy the house and not turn around and read the rules and regulations. Everybody should come up here, and the board should turn around and meet with these people and turn around and tell them that this, did you read the rules and regulations? Because it would stop all these people wanting to come in and change the rules and regulations. That's all I have to say.
Okay, anybody else like to ask a question?
Good evening, my name is Donna McGovern. I'm at 122 Clay. Can each of you perhaps provide a definition of what you believe an HOA 55+ community is and your interpretation of it?
Well, mine may be the most innocent, but I think what I'm feeling, HOA, and also we're a certain age, so there's, you don't want things jammed down your throat. What I like about this community is, in a weird way, we're all together, but you also have your privacy, so I really do like that. I think it's quite unusual for an HOA, for a community to be quite like that. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the innocent, I guess, what I was thinking is that the community is really like a college, and I didn't go to college, but it's like a dorm. This is all our area together. We swim together, we cook together, we dance together, we communicate, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's how I feel. Now, maybe that is naive, but we are also adults. And at this point in our lives, I think there's more important things to achieve. Yes, we have to maintain the material things, but it's also our combined kindness to each other, and that is what I think HOA should mean.
My take on the HOA is it's obviously homeowners association. You have to be 55 and older to live here. You can have one child, I believe it is, 18 years or older living with you. I could be wrong on that. But you have to be of that age. So, you know, you're not going to have a lot of kids running around here and things like that. I mean, I'm not going to say, I have my grandchildren come and visit me. Do they play on the front lawn? Yes, they do. But they're respectful. They're respectful of the other people's property. They're respectful if I tell them, you know, not to run in the street or to go on somebody else's lawn, and they really do listen. I think it's kind of an honor to be able to become of that age where you don't have to take care of a big, huge house anymore. And you've downsized and come into a community like this, and you're felt welcome, and just life is simpler. Life is simpler.
I don't know whether I have any comment to make of the words that you're over 55. I'm 83 at the moment, and I still chase my wife around the house. So, you know, it's, other than that, I have no comments to the words. Then you realize that you're coming into an over 55 community, and you've got to turn around and make some adjustments in your life to come here. But I think you've got a beautiful clubhouse here and everything. Everybody could get involved with it. I haven't been involved with it, but I definitely will. Now that I'm retired, I'll definitely turn around and try to turn around and do a lot more involved in the, if I become a member of the board, I'll definitely try to get more involved with the place. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Okay, just before the next person asks their question, if we could just keep our voices down so that the one person is speaking. Thank you. Go ahead.
Good evening. I want to thank you for being willing to give your time to this great community by being a volunteer or to be a trustee. I know some of you have somewhat answered this question, but I really would like for some articulation on what you did to prepare to become a trustee. As an example, are you very familiar with the rules, the bylaws, the covenants, the restrictions? And how many open meetings have you come to help educate yourself about the things that this community has been dealing with? Thank you.
Well, I think I probably also gave the answer. I was working, and I have to be, what I felt was also, I'm a little bit shy, and it took me a lot to come to the clubhouse. And I had to finish, because that's how I am. I'm very compulsive. Every job I had to be totally finished before I gave myself permission to see what this was. And believe me, it took courage to come here. In the class, I'm always afraid that, people won't like me. It's like, it's high school, or goodness gracious. But you know what? I was so grateful, again, to be welcomed. As far as the rules, the railroad had a bookload of rules, and I knew every one of them, and I know why. So I do have to sit down and perhaps study, and I'll study, I'll memorize the rules. But I know how my husband and I are with our house, and I think we're pretty good neighbors. Okay. Pretty good neighbors, no loud parties. I love being part. I wouldn't want to make my neighbors upset, because I love my neighbors. I simply adore them. And that's, again, all of you. And I know this sounds so tiring, but at this point, again, this is what I want to, whether you vote for me or not, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting there or sitting here. We are going to be loved here, and we are going to be welcome. We're going to have more groups and more activities, and that's what I would like to keep doing. And yes, I will, but one day you can question me on the rules, and I will know them.
Experience-wise, I think I went over that in the beginning, being an Exalta ruler for 2 years with the Elks. I know how to run and manage. We had over 1,400 members. So, you're not going to get along with every single person. That's impossible. Everybody has different personalities, and you have to adjust to those personalities. As far as the rules and regulations go, I started reading them. I started reading the covenants. I have not finished them, but I do intend to finish them.
I don't know how I'll reply to this, but it's you've got to abide by the rules and regulations, which I said once before. In other words, you're retiring and you're coming into a community that you've got all the pleasures laid out to you when you get older in life, and everybody can get involved in here. And I can see by the turnout here tonight that you're all interested in your board, else half the residents wouldn't be here tonight. So, as I say, you're coming into a over 55 community, so you've got to realize that they've got a clubhouse here to turn around and get involved with, and there's a lot of things that go on in the clubhouse here, and that's about all I've got to say, I think, about it. You realize you're coming into an over 55 community, so you're getting older, so you've got to realize that life's changing for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have any other questions for tonight? Thank you. Come on up.
Doreen Regal, 51 Baser. And again, thank you very much for volunteering and offering to serve. That's wonderful. Question I have, since we kind of are going to have an almost totally new board, it's kind of a two-part question. We're at a part that we have a lot of change in our board. We also have a time where we have a lot of new residents coming in looking for change. We also have a time where things are getting old here. So a lot of decisions are going to probably have to be made in the next couple of years, right? On spending and what we invest in and what we're doing. So I just wonder how each of you would go about handling suggestion box requests on things people would like to see residents, or an idea you have. How much would you share that with residents? So is it more that you feel like the board should make those decisions? Is there a money amount that you think the board should make decisions on, and would the majority make decisions, be involved in making decisions on bigger decisions? I just would like to know, and if you didn't agree with other board members, I just would like to know how you feel like the dynamics, how you would manage dynamics. There's a couple of questions in there, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's good. Well, again, I think from the open meetings, and everyone's allowed to be there, which kind of surprised me, and you really find out how the board works. Your voice matters. As I said when I was here on Monday or Tuesday about the pickleball net, and I get it. Like, you know, that should be, you should be able to, you know, do that. It's a great exercise. But I think, and the more the merrier, because everybody has a good idea. Everybody. Think about how much power that is, of how we can go forward and how many things we can do. And whether it's, I mean, sewing or tapping or movie night, or let's go to Broadway, or let's do plays, let's have readings, or there's so many things, I'm sure. Or if you want to build things, or it's you're kind of like on the board. I think we sort of vote on everything, right? But it's your voice. And when you put when you put your suggestion in that box, nobody's making fun of it. They're looking at it, and everybody says, what do you think about this? And they vote. And the more suggestions, the more we have to pay attention. So yeah, you are very, very important here. Really, really. So yeah, I hope I answered. As far as money, I think that's to be determined, right?
Yeah, I think we'll go to Barbara.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so it was like a four-part question. I know there's a lot of change going on within the dynamics. You know, the board did change a lot this year, and there are a lot of new residents. I think at the meeting the other night, Peter brought up, you know, just the fact that they're moving down below, and they're trying to be more on the same level as all of the residents. They don't want them to feel better than your neighbor next door. So I think that transparency that they're bringing to the community is really great. And debate is good. Like, if there's things in the discussion box and the board tosses it around, and you know, one person has this idea and one person has this idea and one person has this idea, then you can come to some sort of happy medium. I don't think it's all about one person versus the other. As far as the money spent, that was pretty much laid out by Peter on Monday night. You know, it going forward, you know, they've got some things already in play, and they're waiting on information, you know, regarding the HVAC system and all of that. So I think that, you know, I mean, spending, obviously, you have to be careful with certain things. But then there's things like the pickleball net that, okay, let's replace the pickleball net, you know, not a big deal. So that's my feeling.
I can't even remember the question, the lady. I can't hear very well. The microphone's not working down there, but my argument is that if you want to get involved here, you can definitely get involved here. There's plenty of things going on. There's a garden club down there that which I think should be expanded. A lot of people could turn around and get more involved with the garden club down there. A lot of people, I feel that there should be more plots there. The lawns, I mean, from my point of view, the lawns are terrible in this place here. Crabgrass grows every year, and there's got to be something done about the lawns in here. So But as I say, I think the message is to everybody here is to get involved in something here. I see through the magazine that there's plenty of dances held here, and there seems to be a good attendance at the dances here. So everybody that I'm turning around and I'm saying that I'm getting involved here. So I think a lot of people that should be seeing here tonight, I think a lot of people are willing to get involved in here. So they're all attending the meetings tonight. So everybody get involved here. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It was a complicated question. If you could just please keep your questions to one question at a time, and then you can come back up and ask another one, okay? Anybody else like to say something?
Hello, Rita Salvaggio, 5 Higgins Court. I realize, that we have a lot of younger people coming in and a lot of older people that have been here that have been the backbone of this community. I just want everybody to remember that when we came in here, we were the younger people. So we don't need division, we need to be cohesive. We need to learn from what the older people learned and have embraced the new ideas and come to an agreement. So my question is to you, will you bring unity to this community, or will you bring division by having your own special interest groups?
Well, and again, that's a great question. Unity is, when I see people dancing, some of the people, and let's see, how old am I? Okay, I'm gonna be 69 April 1st next year. There are people 94 dancing with me, and you know what? I can't tell how old they are, but I know we are having a good time. And suddenly age totally disappears. I'm amazed. I'm amazed because it took me a little while to accept that I'm old. I said, oh, I'm not those people.
You're not old.
Oh, well, but there is, I don't see it. Just like the other question that Peter asked. I don't see it. I just feel like we were all babies once. And the funny thing is, the older we are, I actually see that you all were babies, I see the child in you. That's what's kind of fun about being retired and being in this community. Does that? Yeah.
Thank you. Barbara?
Unity, definitely. I don't think there should be any division. I have learned a lot from the older people that I've met in here. And I'm always willing to give my advice to somebody too. So I would never not respect someone that was older than me or even somebody that was younger than me. So unity for sure.
Definitely, I'd say unity. Definitely, everybody should be unified in whatever we do here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Joan Gasper. I'm at 1 Thomas Court. My question is, if you were to make changes, what would those changes be?
Well, again, I'm it's kind of funny because I'm outside of, I'm like the new person. So I don't belong to a clique. So let me think. I still think the change isn't really up to me. I think, well, let me go to the mayor and ask this and that. But the truth is, it comes from the community and what you want to change. You have the power again. So I outside of bringing people closer together and making sure, as I said in the very beginning, that my neighbor who does not come out of the house because she has cancer, that I call her, that I talk to her, that I can come and see her. If there's any change, I'd like to reach everyone in 1,430 houses to at least tell them, at least give them a way that they can reach out when they need somebody. And I guess that's really my change, and I'm really just taking it from what Greenbriar already does so beautifully.
I don't have any changes per se, but I think the suggestion box is a great tool, and I think that's where all the suggestions would come from, excuse me, and take into consideration what the community wants, what they want as a whole to see something change in here. It's not just my take on what I would want to change. So far in the year and a half that we've been here, I love Greenbriar, so I don't see a lot of things that need to be changed. Maybe just help your neighbor a little bit more, be a nice person, that's about it.
Changes, I think that a lot of changes should be made in Greenbriar. I think the trees, from being a landscape architect, I think the trees are atrocious in here. And a lot of people, in other words, the dead branches should be taken out of the trees and they should be trimmed periodically, say every 3 years. I've lived here for 18 years now, and I don't see anything being done to the trees. All they do is cut the trees down and turn around and plant an 1.5 inch diameter tree in the place of it. But because that's the rule of the town. In other words, the lawns, which I said earlier, are atrocious in here. There's so much crabgrass in the lawns here. At one time, they used to have slow-release fertilizer they used to put on the lawns, and it would turn around and slowly release into the ground. In other words, there's the plantings, and as I say, when you come in the boulevard, I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible looking. In other words, they could plant bulbs and everything into the around the trees, at least under the trees. And a lot of people will say, well, you can't have bulbs because they can't cut the grass. The bulbs can be cut back in by Memorial Day, and there's no grass grows under the trees up the boulevard anyway. So, there's little touches that you could turn around and do, and maybe I'll get involved in using I can turn around and do gardening club things to give somebody ideas to do the landscaping at the front of the house and the side of the houses.
Okay, thank you, Martin. Thank you. Some good ideas. Anybody else? Here comes somebody.
Hi. Jenny Carlson for Bryant. I just want to know, as a candidate, did you receive a copy of Greenbriar's roles, responsibilities, and best practices of board members? It's a pamphlet.
And
What did you say?
Have you received, could you repeat that once more, a little bit louder? I don't think everybody up here heard it.
As candidates, did each of you receive a copy of Greenbriar's roles and responsibilities and best practices of the board?
I don't think so.
Okay, anybody? I mean, I guess it's a yes or no question.
No.
So we have, okay. All right.
Does that mean something?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe we can have a rebuttal.
Just tossed it in the garbage where it belongs?
I think we can have the next question, please. If anybody would like to speak, can come up to the podium and ask a question.
Donna
Thank you.
McGovern, 122 Clay Circle. Your interpretation of a planned community and how you believe it should maintain its consistency and standardization throughout a community, hence not over-improving some and others remaining at its original state. What are your views on that?
If something's a state.
Some homes are over improved in the community. Others are of the original flavor from the original planned community. What are your views on that?
Well, I think that if you make an improvement to the house, you have to put the application into the office. I mean, we don't have two-story houses. That probably isn't going to happen. I actually, if I could just say this, years ago I was thinking of buying into Greenbriar, and I don't remember it looking as beautiful.
Excuse me, Elsa, if you just hold on a second, and they'll finish their conversation.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. There's been a monumental change, I feel, over the years, and that was a long time ago. That might have been in 2006. I feel that it actually is quite uniform, but I also think it allows people to have the freedom to do their own touches, which is what I love about this community, that it's not a cookie cutter place, that if somebody wants to put something childish or whatever, you know, as a decoration, and somebody has sort of a serious thing, I think it allows people to express their own individuality, which makes it feel like a home. The benefit of belonging to a community is that that we get to talk and be together. But I actually see that it does have uniformity. It's nothing like, oh my God, the house is so crazy. Okay.
I think as long as you go through the process of requesting, like say you want to paint your house and you need to have your color approved and you're not going to paint it pink. As long as everything is neat and organized, I don't see anything being a problem. If you start to accumulate too many things outside your home, in your driveway, whatever, I think then it is up to the, I forget the name of the committee, I'm sorry. Yes, to come out and speak to you, and have it neatened up a little bit. And if you're unable to, you know, maybe we can get somebody to help you.
Okay. All right, Martin, do you have any
thoughts? I used to be, when I worked at Greenbriar, I used to go out to measure trees. In other words, people used to have large trees, and there used to be other words, it's not my neighbor's, it's not my tree. So they wanted to turn around and get part of the tree sawn off. But now I see you've got the Architectural Control Committee going round, and I don't know whether it's a good idea to start cutting sides off the tree, because, in other words, somebody wants to sit out there in the sun during the day. I think there's got to be more. The Architectural Control Committee has got to be more active in the community.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, do we have any other questions that you'd like to come and bring before our candidates? No? Okay. Okay. Then I think we'll declare this meeting finished. It's closed. And I'd like to thank our candidates very much for being up here, answering these questions. It was quite, they did quite well, I thought. Yeah, very nice. Thank you. And thank you to everyone in the audience for being so respectful and asking your questions. We really appreciate that. So come out and vote. Friday in person, Friday in person, or Monday in person, Friday by 5 with your mail-in ballot, if you want to bring it into the office, okay? All right, thank you.
Oh, you too.
The mic.
Yes, honey.
I tried to get a ride with it, then you just might not want to get.